Hello again, everyone, and welcome to our inaugural and exclusive coverage of high school football here at Wakefield High School. And I am Afshin Banab, along with Jesse Robinson and Chris Jerry, my colleagues tonight. And there's two things I love more than anything, gentlemen. One is high school football game of the week, and the other one is when two Arlington County rivals go head-to-head this early in the season, Jesse.
Absolutely, and two teams that are hungry for a win, two teams that suffered pretty big losses last week, both looking for their first win of this young season. It's going to be exciting to watch. Both of these teams want a W in the column.
And one of the things that we found out is Yorktown is on a long winning streak against Wakefield. It's been a long time. Frank Haddock, the PA man for Wakefield here, was telling us, I think, was it 26 in a row?
26 in a row. Back, yeah, and 15 in a row on this field, I believe it is, or at Wakefield, I should say. This is a pretty new field here. So they've got the tip-off or the coin flip right now. But, gentlemen, every team in Conference 13, which is the Capital Conference, Wakefield is fortunate because every team lost in their opening game last week. So everyone is 0-1. As far as Wakefield's concerned, it's like a new season all over again.
It's an open field, an open contest, and get ready for this one because the fans are here, and this is a game towards the beginning of the season where it's not only going to be the football players out here sweating on the field, it's going to be the fans sweating here too, but it's an electric atmosphere. What a beautiful field, a new high school, new stadium after a couple years. This is a great setting for Friday Night Lights.
And Chris, we've seen football here many, many years, and this is a great field, and like Jesse said, a great atmosphere to start off this week.
Well, normally these games are at the end of the season in Arlington County, but they're starting early this year. The thing that you brought up, which can't be understated, is since they did the realignment in Virginia a few years ago, the district play really doesn't mean anything because you make the playoffs based on your power points. In this game, it's important for Wakefield because Yorktown is a 6A school, Wakefield's a 5A school, so there's more power points to be gained for Wakefield beating Yorktown than if they would play, say, Stewart or somebody like that.
Exactly. Another school in Arlington. Last year, Washington Lee finished 5-6, but because of those power points, they ended up making the playoffs, losing in the first round. Wakefield coming off 2 consecutive years now of making the playoffs, so this is big for Wayne Hogwood in his 4th season. Bruce Hansen is the staple of the community for Arlington County. He is, I believe, in his 32nd season now at Yorktown High School.
Unbelievable, some of the traditions that run deep here in Northern Virginia.
Oh, absolutely, and they go deep, way, way back. And let's not forget Washington Lee and, of course, the private school, O'Connell, the O'Connell Knights. So many players come out of O'Connell, have made the NFL and won a couple of Super Bowls over the past 10 to 15 years. So here we are under the Friday Night Lights from Wakefield High School, the Yorktown Patriots and the Wakefield Warriors. Yorktown set to kick off against Wakefield here on 96.7 WERA.
And as we have time here just before the kick, we'd just like to say that this is indeed the first ever sports broadcast live remote on WERA LP Arlington 96.7 FM. You are listening to history. We are making history here, and we couldn't be happier to get things set here as the kicker lines up to tee this thing off. It's Friday Night Football again with some summer heat.
The kicker is Adam Luncher, and he's not lunching because he's got a foot. James Clark is the deep set back, and he picks it up at the 5 on the far side. Wakefield, by the way, going from right to left on your radio dial. He gets taken down right at about the 11-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Wakefield, deep in their own territory.
It looks like a little bit of space opened up there originally for Clark, and then it closed pretty quick, and he was only able to get up to around the 22-yard line there.
Oh, he did. He got up to the 22, pardon me. And that's one thing you'll notice about Bruce Hansen. Special teams is always like is the epitome of his squads. They're always quick. They're always fast. They have lightning speed going down the field. So Wakefield will take over at just past the 20. We'll call it the 21 where it's 1st and 10.
It's always interesting to see how an offense responds after a big loss, especially on the first drive. This is key here for Wakefield.
Out of the gun is Poitras. Got a man in motion. He hands off. That is Clark, who's coming to the near side. He breaks the 25, taken out of bounds right at 30. Probably a bit shy of the first down, but a nice 9-yard pickup.
It was a nice broken tackle there, and he gained an additional 7 yards just on that run.
Yeah, and Clark has that speed, taking it around the edge and able to find some room.
All right, now it will be 2nd down and about 1.5, we'll call it, here from Wakefield. Poitras now under center.
Great early start so far for Clark.
David Barron, now the receiver on the near side. Poitras once again out of the gun. He's got 2 receivers to his right. One to his left. He's looking up the middle. He's got a guy. That is number 7, just overthrown, intended for Lamont McDowell.
Poitras lets it rip over the middle, just over the receiver's hands there. You saw a jump by the defensive back, though. Could have been an interception there, just a little high, though, for both sets of hands.
You know, Jesse, not only could it have been an interception, it could have been a completion had the receiver continued to run. He stopped and jumped. If he had taken 2 more steps to run, he might have run right into a catch.
Davis Patterson on the coverage there for Yorktown.
Big Test first third down situation here.
That's
for
right.
the Warriors.
Our first third down, and there's our first whistle as well.
We'll see what it's all about here.
As I mentioned at the outset, Wakefield under Wayne Hogwood doing a great job the last 2 years. Wayne Hogwood, an assistant under Bruce Hanson for years and years at Yorktown. Went to Wakefield High School, played at Wakefield High School. And like one of my favorite coaches, Bo Schembechler, a Michigan man will coach Michigan. A Wakefield man is now coaching Wakefield.
Absolutely, and you can tell Coach Hogwood is definitely committed to this football program. I was emailing back and forth with him this past week, and he's letting me know these varsity guys, they don't take any nights off after practice. They are there rooting on the sidelines and in the stands for the JV and freshman teams. That game happening yesterday at Yorktown. So all-around support system on this Wakefield squad.
All right, here we are now with a 3rd and short. We'll call it 1 yard. Ball right at the 30-yard line.
Referees still working out their kinks.
Yes.
In themselves. Looks like they're ready to go.
They know they're on radio.
Yeah.
A young season. Yes, sir.
All right, Poitras this time looks like he's going under center. He's got 1 man in the backfield. Clark in motion. He gives it to the up man. And I believe that is Bowles. And
Bowles
Could
close.
be stopped short.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I think maybe a half a yard short after you.
All right, that's actually Brooks, pardon me.
It looked good by Brooks there. Initially, he lowered that shoulder pad there, and you thought maybe he was going to get it there. But the defender good at turning him around on the back side there to get him down.
In fact, when I was looking at that play develop, it looked like the defense knew it was coming because they were right there when he hit that gap.
Surprise early on. It looks like Wakefield's going for it. I'd go for it.
Half a yard.
Why not?
You got to get something to spark this offense, Efsheen. You got to get something.
Right. Bowles.
I don't like him, though, not well, there he is under center now.
And he's going to keep
He's
this
got
one
it.
himself.
And that's what he needed to do. Okay.
He's got it.
Good call.
It's still going. It looks like a scrum out there. He's still going.
Yeah, at first,
Finally whistles.
When they lined up, he was a few steps back, and I was thinking, no, you want to be right under the center, and that's what they pulled off, and they ended up getting about almost 4 yards out of that.
He was trying to get his momentum, maybe.
It's always interesting to see how long the quarterback stays up after a sneak like that.
Right.
Able to get to the ground with no issues, though.
Because, you know, Jesse, a quarterback wants to prove he's as big and as tough as a defensive lineman.
Absolutely.
All right, so Wakefield with their first down.
And there's the sneak right there. Stays up for a little while. Gets down, gets the first down. A breath of fresh air for the Warriors.
Clark in motion again. Nice misdirection play. He's got it. 1 man to beat on the outside. He does. Gets to the 40, to about the 42-yard line. Nice run. I thought he was going to even break some more there, but he didn't. Good defense by Yorktown.
I saw at the beginning of that play, the ball kind of looks like bobbles out, but no, it was a pitch out to the outside to Clark, and he does find that room around the outside. Clark really likes to get his wheels going around the outside.
He loves the edges, no doubt about it.
Very good whenever you can break the first attempted tackle, too.
Still, I believe that was Patterson again. After that first tackle was broken, he had the open field tackle on Clark. So this will be now 2nd down. That was a 9-yard pickup, 2nd and 1 from the 42. Our man's in motion once again. Poitras taken down.
Poitras did not see that coming.
Absolutely
in his blind side right there. A miscommunication by the tackle. Let that defender run free for a big sack for Yorktown.
Austin Park, the 135-pound linebacker, brings him down.
And that's one of those plays as you move up to college and pro level. You want your offensive lineman to take the whole penalty. Don't let your quarterback get hit on a blind side like that.
It's a very dangerous play, but credit to Poitras. He takes the hit, gets right back up, and gets his squad rallied for a big 3rd down and long.
Third down and long, as you said, Jesse. We'll call it 3rd and 8. 3 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. Wakefield moving right to left on your radio dial as we continue this game. Good crowd still moving in, by the way. Poitras out of the gun again. He rolls to his left. He's being pressured again. Throws it under duress. He gets it complete, but not for much. Back to the original line of scrimmage, probably.
And Poitras finds the safety valve there, but unfortunately not enough yardage, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and this time Wakefield will punt.
Don't want to take too many risks on the first drive.
No. Tanner Wall, the single safety for Yorktown to receive this punt.
Long cadence before the punt there.
And there is that fake. You could see something was happening, and there is Xavier Taylor trying to take it out on the outside, and he gets taken down at the 21-yard line. They were at the 42, so this is a total loss of about 20 yards, 21-yard loss here.
Taylor,
now Yorktown takes over.
Taylor had the right idea, and he had the wheels bringing it around the outside, but the special teams unit, the punt return for Yorktown, was on top of it.
Well, you know, even if that was a design play, I didn't like the way that looked because Wakefield didn't have anybody up there to block, so you basically had it 4 or 5 guys with just a free shot to run right up the middle.
All right, the Patriots will now take over. 1st and 10.
Great position for the Patriots starting out here.
You can't ask for a better position. 1st and 10 at the Wakefield 22. And there is the handoff, and here is the running back to the far side. He breaks it to the near side, cuts back in. Looked like he stepped out of bounds, and he did.
He did step out. Good call, Af. He stepped out.
Had he not stepped out, that was a terrific finish on that little side step to cut back in towards the interior of the end zone. If he hadn't have stepped out there, it would have been an early touchdown for the Patriots.
That was Isaac who ran it for the Patriots. Right around, he scampered around the edge, stepped out of bounds just a smidge, and now Yorktown 1st and goal, gentlemen, with 7:50 to go, their 2nd play of the game.
Just too much room around that corner. I expect maybe another sweep the other way.
All right, Anderson under center. This time he gives it off tackle. A host of Wakefield Warriors brings him down.
Absolutely. Good goal line defense there by the Warriors. They're going to need a couple more of those here if they want to keep the Patriots out of the end zone pretty early on in this first quarter.
So this will bring up 3rd and goal now. Wakefield, you're right. Wakefield's got to put a big stop on this one. This will uplift them.
2 yards from pay dirt.
There is the give. There is the touchdown.
Easy money.
Yorktown, Stephen Pico.
And Stephen Pico just finds that open seam there. Great blocking by the interior offensive line of the Patriots. An easy score puts the Patriots up 6-0 here early on in this one.
7:12 to go here in the first quarter.
It's really nice when you have a short field.
Yeah, and you notice a lot of the trickery by Wakefield ended up being their own demise.
It was. Yes, indeed. Luncher now.
As far as field position goes.
Snap good, hold good, kick long enough, and it is good. So add that extra point up there. 7-0. Wakefield started off good, gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and then
that fake punt, you know, if they could have gotten out of that, you know, they punted it down and had them start at the 40. Though, you know, that first play, who knows how far that would have gone if they had a longer field to try to make it.
Right, and you had the electrifying play from Clark to start out with Wakefield, and then they just kind of self-destructed on the punt.
Yeah.
Yorktown, 22 yards in 4 plays, and the touchdown to Stephen Pico. They are set to kick off.
Yeah, battle of South Arlington and North Arlington.
That's right.
And true with the 3 Arlington public schools, that's how it is. You know, W&L is kind of like in the center.
They're in the middle
of the county. So you got Wakefield here.
Don't put us in the middle of your war.
Yeah.
Yorktown going up early on that senior leadership you see from the running back position from Pico.
And Coach Hansen's going to need a lot of that leadership because a lot of his players have graduated. He's got a lot of young talent on this team. He's going to need a Pico to step it up. Here's Here is Clark again. He's going to take it from his own 1-yard line on the far side. Finds a little seam, crosses the 25 before he's brought down. Decent field position for Wakefield considering where they started in the past. So they'll be right around the 25-yard line.
And not bad.
Yeah, and it may just be the return formation that we have here, but it looks like a lot of room initially for the ball carrier, and then that space closes pretty quickly.
It does. It has. And that's what Yorktown is good at. I said fast, athletic players on special teams does Hanson have. And they're one of the best special teams in the area, I think.
A lot of the times, Afshin, speed equals success. So.
It sure does. It's one thing you can't cover. You can't hide. Speed and experience or inexperience.
Absolutely.
If you don't have those two things, you're going to get burned. All right, the Warriors now on their own 25-yard line. Poitras out of the gun again. He's got 2 receivers to the right and left. He's looking. And this one just beyond his receiver's hands and almost could have been picked off had the player been right where he could have been. But nonetheless, it's incomplete, so it'll be second down.
A little high as a flag right there at the line of scrimmage. I don't know if that's holding or if maybe somebody's in the neutral zone.
That ball from Poitras, yeah, a little bit high, but, you know, as a wide receiver, you're trained to go up and catch those balls, and maybe if Clark had just a couple more inches of vertical there, he would have been able to haul that one in for what looked like it would have been a first down.
And they waved the flag off.
It sounded like the PA said holding.
Is what
they waved the flag. They waved it off. They discussed whatever it was, and so it's going to be second down.
Okay, so it'll be second down 10 at the 25.
Yeah, Wakefield looking to just get into focus a little bit. They have the speed, they have the energy there.
Lots of it, yeah.
Just the focus is not as there. The special teams gaff being the main point. And then you see balls just a little high or a little off to the side, stuff like that.
Now, see, Bruce Hanson, the Yorktown coach, wants an explanation why they waved that flag off. And
well, if he wants one, you know he's going to get one.
The referee, the white hat, he's telling him, hey, this is what happened, coach. This is why I waved the flag off.
And the referee is getting back in position. If you're just joining us, you're listening to the WERA High School Football Game of the Week. The first live remote sports broadcast in WERA history. I'm glad to share the mics with you gentlemen here as the second down gets kicked off.
Right back at you, Jesse. Nothing doing there. Afshin Benab, Jesse Robinson, Chris Jerry. And that was our favorite guy, James Clark, who found a hole, but it plugged up pretty quickly. He got about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards. We'll call it third down 8.
Clark has that speed, and when the speed is somewhat working for you, you really don't want to go away from what's working for you. You just got to get downfield.
And here he is, gentleman Clark, now to the near side as a receiver. Poitras under center this time. This time he hands off. Nothing doing once again.
Looks like there was a little bit of lack of focus on the offensive line on that play. Might have been an early pull even there too, but the focus was off and allowed the Yorktown defensive line to crash everything in the backfield.
And they read it. They read it like a good book.
I think it's a combination. They read it, and quite frankly, the Yorktown defensive line is just a little too much for the Wakefield offensive line. Here's again what I'm talking about with the punt. There's a lot of gaps there for guys to blow right up the middle. Let's see if they can get this off.
It is an interesting punt formation that they have.
Does get it off.
It does.
Yeah.
Fair catch.
Not bad, actually.
No, not too bad.
Looking at it, adding about 35 yards on that punt.
Yorktown will take over at their 40-yard line.
There was about a foot between his shoe and the nearest Yorktown defender hand there. So, but they get it off, and a little bit further back of a starting position for Yorktown this time. Not going to be as easy to cash in on this drive.
No, not at all. All right, the Patriots will take over with 5:33 to go here in the first quarter. Two men in the backfield. There's a handoff to the fullback. Pickup of about 3 yards. That is Mark Geinzer.
Defense could really use a stop right here just to kind of get back in rhythm. They don't need to allow Yorktown to go down and score another touchdown that quickly.
So this changing a little bit of personnel.
They are. Good 3 or 4 players there. A different scheme now for Bruce Hanson. He's got 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. Out of the pistol now is their quarterback. That is Gavin Anderson, the senior quarterback. And there it is, the handoff to Isaac, I believe that is. He crosses midfield.
Big power running there by Isaac to cross over midfield.
And he had the first guy completely missed.
For the Warriors.
And then after the contact is made, just drives the legs, drives the feet. That shows you the weight room power right there.
Keeps his legs going.
Yeah, you're right, Jesse. He picked up about 3 more yards after that hit.
1st and 10 now, Yorktown in Wakefield territory.
Anderson alone in the backfield this time.
And he is out of the gun. He's got 5 receivers. He looks up top to the left side. Beautiful. That one's complete. Davis Patterson catches it along the sidelines before he's taken out of bounds at the Wakefield 20.
Anderson to Patterson. Could that ball have been thrown any more perfect? Unbelievable. Right down there, comes down the chimney for a beautiful first down throw for Yorktown.
The Suns, Anderson to Patterson.
Yes.
1st and 10 now for Yorktown as they threaten once again with 4:24 to go here in the first quarter.
Yorktown's offense looking really solid here so far in the first quarter.
Good cadence there, gentlemen.
Got him to jump. That's 5 free yards.
Davis Patterson, by the way, the junior wide receiver and cornerback for Yorktown.
And that's where I get into what I was saying earlier with the lack of focus. You need to focus. And I used to play defensive line as well in high school. And you're right in front of the ball. The coach would always say, how are you?
Watch the ball.
How are you the one jumping off sides here?
That's a good point.
But as you told the coach, that's easier said than done.
Oh, if I said anything to the coach, I'd be running a lap.
All right, Yorktown now with the give to the up man.
Not much there.
No, not at all.
The Wakefield defensive line, they heard us from up here.
You better not jump and give them a free first down after the last penalty.
Got some anger. Good job there by the nose tackle to really plug up that middle there on that run right up the gut.
All right, ball on the Wakefield 13-yard line. This will be 2nd down 3, inside of 4 minutes now. Anderson out of the shotgun. He hands it off again.
Broken tackle.
Yeah, broken one
How about
tackle.
That by Pico.
Yeah, Pico trying to break 2 or 3 tackles, and he's finally driven out of bounds. He picks up a little bit there.
That broken tackle, he probably got away with could have had a loss of maybe 10 yards there, but he
nice stiff arm.
Yes, right.
Gets that stiff arm, moves around the outside, gets out of bounds, and first down, scoring position in the red zone territory here for the Patriots.
5-yard pickup for Pico. Ball at the 8-yard line, 1st and goal. Anderson with 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, looking up to his right, up top, bobbled and finally knocked away. Good defense by James Clark.
Terrific defensive play because the receiver has about 4 or 5 inches on him, and he was able to break it up.
Clark's one of those guys, just the all-around stud on your squad. He plays both sides of the ball, never misses a down, and he's hustling every time, making plays quick around the outside on offense, breaking up big scoring plays on the defense.
And don't forget, he plays special teams. He returns kicks.
Absolutely. What can he do?
All right, 2nd down, goal. That's the matchup you want to watch, 1-on-1, and that is Clark on Davis Patterson. They are to the near side.
False start there on the looked like the guard or the tackle on the interior. 2 pieces of yellow laundry on the field. Looked like it was the guard that jumped.
I believe you're right. It was the guard, and I think someone else even had jumped there too.
It was multiple, multiple at the same time.
So Wakefield will take that and move Yorktown back 5 yards, as it is now 2nd down.
Nice fake.
Yep. There it is
Got
up
him
top.
in.
Incomplete.
Anderson kind of bootlegged out over there on the left side. Rainbow to pass over there into the left side of the end zone, but not in space, not in time. A little bit low.
It was. 3rd down and goal. Ball at the 13-yard line. 3:32 to go here in the first quarter.
Will be a great 3rd down stop for Wakefield. If you're looking for an energizer late in the first quarter, this would be it.
This would pump them up. 7-0.
This is probably going to be 4-down territory.
Yeah, that's true. 7-0 Patriots threatening to score once again. Anderson now, he's got 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
5 receivers there with Anderson. That looked like it was going to be pretty threatening pass play there as a timeout happens now.
The thing with those 5 receiver sets is, especially when you're in the red zone, there's not much room to work.
Right.
You know, you don't have a lot of room to work when you want to get your patterns off, when you want to run your route. So you've got to really be meticulous in how you do it.
During the timeout, if you're just joining us, you're listening to the first ever WERA High School Football Game of the Week on 96.7 FM on your Arlington dial, or you can also stream WERA.FM from anywhere in the world.
3:32 to go. 7-0 Yorktown on top of the Wakefield Warriors. 3rd down, goal from the 13-yard line.
Looks like they're going to go with that same 5 receiver lineup here. Be a good test for the defensive backs for the Warriors.
All right, here we go. Anderson out of the gun once again. No one in the backfield with him. Looking to his left, across the middle.
It's way too high.
Way too high, yep. Incomplete. This will be 4th down.
I don't see a field goal.
Slung that one out there towards that back corner of the end zone, but again, like we said, just a little bit too high there.
And Anderson walks over to the sidelines, gets his cues from his coach, and he comes right back in. So they're going to go for it here on 4th down.
And what you got to be ready for if you're Wakefield is it's 4th and goal. So you know a pass is probably going to the end zone.
Now you can put us on replay. This is going to be a really big stop here for the Warriors defense.
Watch Drew Maddox. We'll watch out for him. He's on the far side. He's looking across the middle. Incomplete.
A dangerous throw. You see 3 defenders right around the wide receiver there for the Patriots. That's 11, Tanner Wall.
Yeah.
It's a big stop by Wakefield there. They had to come up big, and they did so.
That was good for the Patriots, or good for the Warriors now. With 3:24 to go, they'll take over.
Yeah, I'm noticing the crowd is still coming in. Something we talked about last year was the fact that the county decided to move games up to 7 o'clock from 7:30. Makes it a little hard to get here for kickoff sometime.
And we may be catching you in your cars on your way home after a long week. It is Friday, so we hope you enjoy this Football Friday broadcast on WERA, and here's the handoff for the Warriors.
There is the handoff for Wakefield, and that, of course, is George Brooks. He picks up a couple on that one, up the middle.
That sounded good what you said, Jesse, because I think now in the whole region, I don't think anybody is doing live high school football in any of the areas, Virginia, Maryland, or D.C. now.
We're bringing you community sports on your community radio station. It's the only place you can get it in the area, so we hope you really enjoy it.
Stay in your car. Go around the block a few more times.
Well, you can stream it from your laptop
at
home, too.
Yeah, you can stream it. Yorktown showing blitz now. There's the handoff once again. Not much doing there, but it is a little closer to the first down.
A little bit of mouthing off with the two. It looked like an offensive lineman and a defensive lineman had words behind in the backfield there, and yeah, it looks like it's an unsportsmanlike conduct on Wakefield on the offensive lineman.
The man in the white hat caught it. He may have heard a word that no one else did.
Yeah. A word that is not acceptable for this broadcast.
Right.